Most of us have the privilege of being able to declare that we have safe jobs where the most danger we'll ever get into is possibly getting fired for being terrible. However, there are some people out there who risk much more than that. So in this video we look at 10 of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Number 10. Truck drivers. Driving jobs are dangerous, it's a fact. Some studies have shown that your likelihood of being killed on the job is directly correlated with the amount of time you spend driving. So, no surprise then that truck drivers top the list of the most dangerous driving jobs. Truck drivers work incredibly long hours and have quick turnarounds. Combine this with the fact that they're driving around in massive vehicles, sometimes weighing up to 40 tons, and it's no wonder they rank so high in the death statistics. Number 9. Stunt men or women. Each day a stuntman or woman wakes up and his or her job is completely different from the day before. One day they'll be jumping off a building, and the next they'll be in a high-speed car chase, and the day after that they may have to skydive from a helicopter into the ocean. The real danger here is how varied the possible accidents can be, whether it be falling from heights, car, boat, plane crashes, burn injuries, cuts, animal-related injuries, and pretty much anything else you can think of. Number 8. Sanitation workers. Though their jobs are not quite as dramatic as working for the police or fire departments, sanitation workers have to handle heavy machinery all day long and there's not much room for error. Not only that, but the waste they help dispose can often contain toxic and hazardous materials. The compactor blades of the trucks often cause the trash bags to burst, leaving workers at risk of being injured by flying metal objects or being exposed to poisonous substances spewing out. Number 7. Firefighters. You probably expected this job to make the list, and for good reason. Firefighters risk their lives on a daily basis, fighting blazing fires, fix smokes and debris inside potentially collapsing buildings to stop fires and save human lives. Firefighters have to be in excellent physical conditions to be able to do their jobs, while carrying heavy gear in what is essentially a gigantic oven. Number 6. Miners. Mining is unquestionably one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Over the years, many serious accidents have occurred, claiming countless lives. They're constantly in danger of having the mines cave in on top of them, either crushing them to death or trapping them until they're either evacuated or they suffocate. Not only this, but they also have to be constantly on the lookout to ensure gas levels are at an acceptable level, as methane gas can quickly build up and cause an explosion. Number 5. Logging workers. Statistically, the second most dangerous job in America. Logging involves the chopping down of trees in forests and exposes the workers to a number of dangers, including falling timber, chainsaws, and heavy machinery. However, logging workers must also be wary of dangerous wildlife such as snakes, insects, and poisonous plants. On top of that, since they are often out in remote locations, if something serious were to occur, it can sometimes take too long to get them the medical attention they require. Number 4. Bush pilots. While some may consider airline pilots to have dangerous jobs, this is not the case, and statistically, air travel is safer than going by car. Bush pilots, on the other hand, do not enjoy these same conditions. They use their small planes to transport people or resources across dangerous terrain, and often with extremely hostile weather. This can range from dropping off skiers on remote mountains in Alaska to bringing food packages to backpackers in Australia. In any case, bush pilots must have a wide skill set to be successful, from fixing their own aircraft to having the required survival skills in case there's a crash landing out in the middle of nowhere. Number 3. Deep sea fishermen. Statistically the most dangerous job in the United States. 128 per 100,000 Alaskan fishermen died on the job in 2007, 26 times higher than the national average. Deep-sea fishermen have to haul up nets in cages weighing hundreds of pounds. More importantly though, they have to do this in savage conditions, from pouring rain to giant waves crashing into the ship to icy decks where one slip can mean serious injury. One thing's for sure, this job is not for the faint-hearted. Number 2. Landmine remover. I don't believe much explaining is needed here. Although in most parts of the civilized world this is the military's job, Many less developed war-torn regions are completely covered in leftover unexploded landmines. Since the governments couldn't care less, this becomes a private market job, and as you can imagine, it's not exactly a dream job. Number 1. Astronauts. A profession that very few consider to be dangerous, yet it has one of the highest mortality rates of any profession. Only 448 astronauts have been to space so far. 34 of these never made it back to Earth, which puts them at a mortality rate of 7.5%. Space really is the final frontier, and we have a long way to go before we can truly say we've conquered it. As always, thank you for watching this video. Please feel free to leave a like and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my new videos.